Ari Melber kicks off the show by wishing Nicole a great one, before diving into the day's top story. President Trump is on the defensive amid the plummeting economy, which is creating ripples across the country. The story keeps unfolding as America's largest companies continue to struggle, with all of them down in the market since the start of the Trump tariff war. The damage is swift, with trillions wiped out in Wall Street within days, and now the effects are making their way to Main Street. Tonight, Melba will break down why this is happening, backed by fresh signs coming from big box stores and malls. The key reason why we know what's coming lies in detailed data on inventories and supply chains. This data reveals when American stores will start running out of products, many of which rely on foreign ingredients. These shortages stem from products purchased before the tariffs took hold. Additionally, America's biggest companies, who track these developments as part of their business expertise, are now sounding the alarm. Walmart, the largest employer in America, with over 1.5 million employees, has joined other retail giants like Target and Home Depot in privately warning Trump about the looming slump his tariffs could cause. Walmart's chief recently joined a private meeting with other CEOs to voice their concerns directly to the president. They warned that the tariffs, along with trade policy, will not only disrupt supply chains and hike up prices, but will lead to empty shelves, a situation that could echo the panic of the pandemic, something many remember from Trump's first term. Empty shelves are a significant concern because they affect people's lives, their ability to plan, and even force them to spend more money on gas and go to multiple stores. If this becomes reality, it will undoubtedly impact Trump's political approval. The big question is when these empty shelves might hit. According to experts, disruptions could begin to show up in just 2 weeks. If that happens, Americans will notice it much more than any news story on the markets or economy. It will hit home when people walk into Walmart and find their shelves bare. It's not just a concern, it's a foreseeable outcome based on the warnings from economists and conservative allies who've been advising the White House. For an administration that's been downplaying the immediate effects of the trade war, this looming threat is becoming hard to ignore. As Trump continues to try to downplay the lost trillions from the trade war, the evidence grows that these losses aren't temporary. In fact, they could soon lead to a much deeper crisis. For Trump, this situation represents a pattern he's repeated before, pushing forward on issues like trade wars without assessing whether it's a battle he can win. The tariffs have already caused major instability, leading to whiplash in markets as investors are now scrutinizing the Trump tax of uncertainty. There's hope that the president will resolve the issue soon, but until then, uncertainty will continue to rattle Wall Street. The ongoing volatility has been hard on investors, who are tired of the unpredictability. Some days the market is up, and other days it's down, depending on the latest developments from the White House. Experts, many of whom lean conservative, agree that Trump's policies are the primary cause of the avoidable instability. The Wall Street Journal has now declared Trump's tariffs as one of the greatest economic threats, adding weight to the growing criticism from within conservative circles. Meanwhile, as the White House scrambles to maintain its narrative, its credibility is starting to fade. It's becoming clear that the trade war hasn't worked out as planned, and as desperation starts to show, the credibility of the administration is increasingly questioned. In the face of all this, Trump's trade advisor, Peter Navarro, and others have boasted about dozens of deals in the works, up to 90, in fact. If that were true, some of these deals should have been announced by now, especially from an administration so focused on PR. Yet, they remain unannounced, and the silence speaks volumes about the uncertainty and the challenges ahead.